Hello, hello, Tahoe. How's it going? Woo! It's gonna be a good day right now. All right. Let me get a couple things going before we get started here. As always, going to be doing some live. Well, as always now, going to be doing some live trading since we have a little crypto action going on here. Alrighty, alrighty. Man, should have hit that at 103. All right, so tweet out, sweet, awesome. All right, hola, Glazier. All right, so this session will be recorded. All right, so just hit the recording button. So before we start, welcome to Mr. Realistic's Bearish or Bullish. All right, so before we start, please know that this is never ever financial advice. I'm an idiot. I have no idea what I'm talking about apparently. And I'm not a financial advisor, so let's have fun. Hey, Roofer. Um, so this is for only educational purposes, and that's about it, everybody. Please always do your own DD because nothing in life is easy and free, right? All right, so I know a lot of you are excited to find out about this buying. If you can see my chart right here, obviously, if you're looking at your screen, this buying indicator of telling you when to go long or when to go short. Pretty sweet. Yeah, so did some diving into some different things for TradingView and came across this. Um, yeah, had no idea. So this is really sweet. I was actually talking to Glacier about this a little bit beforehand. Oh, so I was looking for an algorithm. Hey, Dennis. I was looking for an algorithm or a bot or some sort of thing that could kind of help me with just like certain buy or sell signals that I was looking for. And so I was doing all this research. I was like, man, I gotta be able to get these alerts. Like some smart ass out there that knows everything about computers has to be about this. So as I'm going through it, I come across these things called scripts on TradingView. And as I've mentioned in the past, I haven't dug very deep into TradingView. I just know it's a very unique and wonderful tool. And as I'm going into it, it's a huge community, much like Twitter or StockTwits or anything like that. And people make their own scripts, which are essentially codes for certain programs. So I got very interested in this because I'm like, all right, so this is why I've been seeing, like, if I go up here to indicators and I click on indicators, it's probably going to go a little slow because I got a lot of things running on mine. And I get all these things and it has somebody's name on it. All these people have made their own thing. So, like, I could make my own script, like, create your own first script right in here. Um, so, there's a ton of different things in here. So community scripts right here, for example. So you have editors picks, you have top picks, you have super trending. So there's a ton of them out there. A very highly used one is a super trend. I tried it. I tried it a bunch of different ways. I didn't like it as much. I really like my moving averages, if you all can't tell, and I've been pretty successful at using my moving averages. And this thing basically took out my moving averages, took out everything, and made me focus on everything. And I felt lost when I was looking at it. I didn't really like it. And maybe it works for you, but Super Trend is a script that a lot of people like to use. It wasn't working for me, but they did teach me into this thing. This right here is script is called QQE. All right. So QQE is a indicator, very much like RSI and MACD, like combined. It's wild. I favored it, so I didn't lose it. So it's called QQE mod. okay, and it's by this person right here, okay, and that's what this is down here, all right, and then these buy signals and sell signals are made by QQE signals by this person, Colin Mack, right here, all right, and I've been using it, and I will say, first off, I've only used it pretty tight on just the 1 minute so far. I haven't really gotten to long, like I mean, it's literally been probably about a day, maybe a day and a half that I've got into it. But it has these things. So short just came up right now. So technically I should sell right here. And actually I will because I got in a little sooner. So bear with me for a second because I am gonna sell. I just have a very small position right now in this position for CLV. So they tell you when to these buy and sell signals. And it's very interesting based upon these. So I mean, it's literally that easy. So they'll analyze the chart and just all of a sudden you'll watch the chart and you'll wait for these um, sell or short or long situations. So if I see a long situation up, it's not confirmed until a couple, at least a candle or so afterwards. So you're never going to hit rock bottom with it, but you'll hit something relatively close to that. But it tends to be pretty accurate on the 1 minute so far. Sometimes I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. No, that doesn't look right, like kind of deal. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't get picked up on my one order here, and I do want to take advantage of this because I think it's a dip and rip. Um, yeah. So right here, it had me going long here, so I said, all right, I'll go long. And oh, sorry, this is 3 minute. Let's go back to the 1 minute because it's on here. So I went here and went long. I waited a little bit for the confirmation, got in. It had me at a short, but based on the moving averages that I was going through, I was confident in holding it, and that was a good scenario. I should have sold up here, but obviously distracted with getting the show going through. Not a big deal. Um, but right here, the short just came up a second ago. So I would have sold right in here based on what I know in the charts. Right now, this chart is absolutely primed for a breakout in the near future because of all the moving averages going through. As I'm going through here, I'm looking for resistances. So I'm looking for moving averages that are going to be in the way. So right here, tall tail right here. So the 200 is at 102. So look how it's closed underneath the 102 right here every time. So taking anything above the 102 is smart on this until these come up and above there. So if you see something come above the 102, it's an obvious take because it's not going to hold above there unless it has an insane amount of volume. All right, we had a very good volume spikes right here on these. This is a 3-hour chart, so 2 of these hours, but you can't expect that going through. So it's going to take some time to get over that 200. Look how it's topped out right here at the wicks. So getting knocked out up there. So this is the reason why REQ and some other ones haven't been going. This is why I kind of want to touch base on this. But also, all right, those were 3 and 4 hours. But you can see how the 2 hours been acting as support right here. That's great. So buying anything in this 200 zone seems to be a steal right now. And just look, if you're trading in between here, this is a 2-hour chart, and you're buying at, you're able to buy it at 96 to 98 and trading it out for 107 or whatever. That's a great trade-off if you got enough cash to get in and get out, because crypto, you can do that as many times as you want. So you're making a pretty good profit off of that going through there. All right, so it looks like my order just went through. Just want to clarify. Yeah, it did. All right, so, but look, this chart is absolutely primed. Remember, we want green, blue, yellow, purple. Okay, purple on top is not good. All right, and that's why all these crypto charts are going down, because that day that Bitcoin dropped really hard, it caused all the cryptos to go down. So if you saw my tweet recently, um, I just totally blanked my head because I was trying to study these patterns and everything. There's just so much to look at. And I just forgot the basics of, 200s on top. That's no bueno because that's a bearish chart. So you want to keep your SP above that. And if it's staying above that, that's bullish. So notice how it's been saying this is a 2-hour chart up here. All right. And so we broke it. Sorry, a little lag here. All right, it's 3 o'clock. So 5 in the morning, 7. All right, so 9. So it's 5 in the morning. We broke it. We've held it through there. So that's showing strong support at the 966 level. So if you see it in the 9s level, to me, that's a great buy because it's showing this solid support within this level. And all the indicators are bullish below that. So if we go back to the hourly, look, we're getting a golden cross right here, hence why it's getting pushed up so much, all right? So then the next golden cross we'll get is right here, okay? It's going to take a day or two, all right? And then after the 2-hour, we're going to get 3-hour, another golden cross. If we go to the 4-hour, okay, another golden cross, okay? And I'm pretty sure the daily is just slightly under with the 50. Yeah. So look, we've got a swoop and loop coming in up here. All right, so this is why, I'm getting bullish on crypto right now. It's because think of the OTC, all right? OTC, we were down, okay? You buy red, you sell green, okay? That's basically what's happening to crypto right now. The last week and a half or so, we've been in the red zone, basically, because Bitcoin has been down. Bitcoin is, like I said a month ago, is going to retrace. This is before it hit its 58,000. It was going to retrace to low 50s-ish, and it did just that. It actually went to the 40-something, so it touched the level that we said there's going to touch, the bullish pennant, and it's going to break up. So let me bring this up over here. If you didn't catch my tweet yesterday either, it was that so I've been doing my crypto screenings, and I'll share with you in a second of what the settings are and everything of that nature. But I was basically looking just for the hourly chart to find the 50 right here, the golden cross, over the 200 on the hourly. There was one crypto on Coinbase that was over it, and it was barely over it yesterday. So every crypto was down for the last week or so because of that Bitcoin pullback. All right. So think of the stock market. Think of the big stocks, how they go off the Dow and the Nasdaq. All right. Same thing applies for coins, but it's Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin is their almighty leader. Okay. And then we're going to think of OTC as the Russell. So we're going to go off the Russell on that because, obviously the Dow and Nasdaq have been flourishing fantastically, but OTC hasn't found any of that. It's because they're going off of the Russell. And that's why it will change up. All right. Because we got, big stocks that are not going to do anything if the Russell is flying up like crazy, but OTC should do that. All right, so if we look at this, let's go out to the weekly here. All right, so we've got this massive weekly bullish pennant, okay? So weeks and weeks ago, I talked about how this, back in here, okay, what week was this? The end of October, okay, beginning of November. I talked about how this was going to go up, it was going to touch the pennant, and then it was going to come back down because it has to, okay? We have our A, we got our B, and this was the C. So what's happening right now is we're getting our D. Okay, what D means that we come down, the candle touches down. Not only does it touch, it actually comes down to here, all right, settles. I find that the D often comes below the pennant, okay? So that's not a freak out situation if it goes below it. I often find that the D, so A, B, C, D, actually comes below the pennant because of the swoop and loop. So the pennant ends up getting extended a little bit, but then it comes up here, it touches the top, retraces it a little bit, and then it breaks out. Okay, super bullish on Bitcoin. If you've been following me, I feel like early 2022 is going to be a huge breakout for um, crypto, in my opinion. So that's one of the main reasons I'm trying to get into crypto. It's a pain in the ass because it's 24/7, which I don't like. But the nice fact is, if you're trading it just like in and out, in and out, in and out kind of thing, it works out pretty well. Um, so that's the benefit. I mean, it's highly volatile. But the problem is, all right, so think of it this way, all right? The last week, week and a half of crypto has essentially been the OTC as what it's been like for the last, 2 months. Okay. So it's very hard to trade the OTC the last 2 months because of the volume. Okay. And because of the trends. All right. So I'm gonna come to that. I want to do a side by side comparison. I think a lot of us would appreciate and understand, based on one of the stocks that I started out with that really got me going was Toner. Toner had a very bullish trend to start out with. Um, I mean, we could all say that because I started going at it. What I think it was 70 or 80. All right, yeah, it was right around here. I started getting it. So yeah, 70s. Um, so basically, what it was though, and I should have seen this coming. Unfortunately, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'll definitely get it next time. It was the C point. So we had our A, our B, and our C. Okay, so we hit our C. Now we retraced. Look, we touched our. Sorry, I'm trying to get this fixed up a little bit. We touched our D right here. So this is what we were doing. So we were retracing this whole month or so. Let's see what it was. We hit it at November 17th. Okay. Yep. December 7th. All right. So almost a month, 3 weeks or so. And we came back down and we touched it and we made our D. So what comes up? It comes up, it touches, it does a little sputter, and then it breaks out. Okay. So this is all normal. This is how a chart is made. Okay. Pennants are bullish when they're going in an uptrend, and we can tell it's an uptrend based on the actions that we're getting here. Okay, we're making higher lows. All right, we're in a bullish pennant. It has not fallen below the bullish pennant. Um, this is very bullish chart right here. Okay, and we have catalysts coming as well. I mean, this is a very bullish chart. So with that being said, that's the one thing I can't stand. I gotta lock these things so they don't move. Um, I've been trying to use Fibonacci's a lot more as well. I find those work very well in crypto, and I want to test that theory in the OTC as well. So we got our A, we got our. This was our B. This is our C. I told you, you dip down a little lower usually, right here. So this is our D, and then our E is a breakout. Um, but the same thing applies to all these stocks out here that are the cryptos that we're going through. Okay, so during our down phase, that's what I really wanted to show you on. I need to go to the hourly right here. Give me 1 second. Okay, remember, bullish is green, blue, yellow, purple, and that's 8, 21, 50, and 200. Okay, opposite is bearish. Okay, and we were opposite. When the 200's on top here, okay, this is a bearish chart. That's when you're going to get a lot of shorting. It's hard to get a run. REQ, for example, okay, you see these breakouts and they're ready to go, but they get held down. It's because the 200 right here is above it. All right, so if I go over here to REQ and it's had these breakouts the last couple of days, it's getting shut down because depending on the time frame, look right here. Look at this spike right here. Got shut down by the 200. Okay, there's probably a 300 or a 30-minute that blocked it several times. Yeah, remember those are the punches that we're making towards the chart to flatten out that MA. By the way, just remember that. This is why this is bullish. Look, it's flattened out. Look how this was going down. We hit it again, hit it a third time, and look, it's finally going out. Remember, 200 is super strong. It's like a boulder flying down a mountain here. So we finally get flat here. All right. So now these are getting close. I find that before the Golden Cross impact on crypto, I haven't been able to assess this on OTC yet, but before the actual cross, like right before it, you get a huge buy that spikes it up, it pulls it up before you get there with the 50 coming over the 200. All right, but this is the reason why these spikes in OTCs and cryptos aren't running, and you're only getting these little spikes. You're going up like 3 or 4 cents, and then they come all the way back and they retrace. You got to take advantage of those, because if you don't take advantage of them, all right, all it is essentially those punches to the larger MAs to bring them down right there. So it spikes up here. All right, it's hitting this MA right here. Okay, you take that, you hit the sell somewhere up in this area. All right, and you wait for it to settle back, and you wait for the long position. You buy back in, it does it again, do the same thing. All right, and then you're kind of you're bringing your average down. You're getting some money in the change, and you're getting a lower average as well. So there's a lot of things going into this, but that's why you don't get runs, and that's why the OTC hasn't had runs, is because we've had the 200 above it or the 50 above it, and it's literally just pounding it and bouncing off and coming right back down. So it's really important to understand where your stock is, where your crypto is before you purchase. Look, that's why I say start from the back and work forward. All right, you want to look at the weekly. You want to see if the weekly has a bullish chart. If it does, great, because that takes forever to fix. Now let's go to the daily. All right, same thing for that. Okay, these MAs are super resistant, so it's extremely important. I'll get back to you in a second, Kyle, about these MAs. So right here on REQ, look at this MA, how it's curling down. So we need a ton of volume, and that's where these come through, like this, definitely this, all right, where it peels back this MA to straighten it out and make it go up. And if that does it, that releases this to go up. If it doesn't do that, it's going to pull back down, okay? Think of it like a hook. You're going to bend that hook up to get released from it, all right? So all through here as well. I mean, this looks very bullish to me right here, in my opinion. Okay, go to the 3-minute. Remember, we're working backwards, seeing what is in our way, what is going to stop us from a run right here. So let me restart this over, just for some people that might have just came in. So I'll start at the 4-hour, because I know the daily and the weekly are pretty good. Oh man, come on. This is the slowest you've ever been. All right, so remember, we want to look at the angles that these are going down right here, okay? So we have a 4-hour, okay? 50 is going down, 200's, or excuse me, 21's going down, and then look at this 50 right here, okay? Or 8, Jesus. 50, 21, and 8, okay? Going down into here, okay? We need to find out where the 200 is, okay? Oh, the 200's below. Perfect. That means the only strong resistance is this 50 right here. That's good. That's great, because remember, this is 4 times stronger than the 50 because it's 200. All right. So, and it's flattening out, which is beautiful. Okay. And this is on the 4-hour. We know we're good on the daily and everything. So let's go to the 3-hour. Let's go back. Okay. Look how tight these are getting and squeezing. This is beautiful. All right. Pop up. This is flat. We're below the 200. Beautiful. Okay, let's go to the 2. Okay. All right. Okay. So the 2 is where our 200's above. We don't want that. Okay. We really don't want that. Yes. Thank you, Glaze. We don't want the 200 above. That's where you get your shorts. That's where you get your resistance. They're not worried about it going above. The SP I found will not break above that 200 without the 50. So you need the 50. Think of the 50 as your knight in shining armor. Okay? All right. You're not going above that and holding above that without your knight in shining armor. So we need that to happen here. So this breakout right here, I would have a sell order ready. Let's see, what's this? 56.7. So I would put a sell order probably at 56.3. It could go beyond that. I'm not getting greedy, so I wouldn't have to stare at it. I would put it at like a 56.4, 56.3. All right, so it hits it, it gets it in there, I get going in. But we still have to check out the 1 hour. So let's go back to the 1 hour, or let's go to the 1 hour and see where it is. All right, we have resistance here. But unlike the 2 hour, because the 2 hour, remember, it's hooking down a little bit, so it's going to catch on to you. Think of it like a fishing hook. All right, it's flat. So we're going to get resistance there, but since it's flat, we can pop up right up out of it, okay? So with enough buy pressure, enough volume, we could definitely go through that. We've been working super hard on flattening that, all right? Because you can't stop a boulder while it's going down a hill, okay? You need to hit it a couple times for it to go, all right? We hit it up here, all right? Look, we were in free fall mode. Okay, so look, we went up. Oh, we're in free fall mode. Hit it, hit it. All right, it's flattening out. Hit it again. All right, and then finally, one small time. But look, it's finally starting to smooth out. Okay, so that means as soon as this gets a little closer, we'll be able to punch through there. This is still going to act as resistance until we get a little closer to it, the 50, because remember, the 50 has to come up and over that. All right, so look how close we are here on the 30. So this resistance right here does not bother me because the 50 is so close to it that the 50 could come up and over this, okay, and start a bullish trend, bullish run from the 30-minute, which means if we go to the 15-minute, that it should be, yep, right there. Look how close it is right there. We're almost at a golden cross on the 15. And we go to the 5, we're going to be over it. Yep. So already had a nice cross, and so on and so forth. So you have to work backwards here, okay? The most important thing is your daily and your weekly are already bullish, okay? And we know that they are because the 200s are not on top, okay? Look at the squeeze right here on the 3 hour, okay? So we're still good, okay? It's not until the 2 hour that we get this, but that's when we get our little swoop and loop and we come up, and that's when you can get a run. You can't get a run until then. Sorry guys, I had to get on my computer. Don't mean to cut anyone off, but the indicators are those. I like strategy. I follow you on Twitter, but I want to be able to do it myself. What are those called? Moving averages, and then Glacier just put on their QQE signals and QQE mods under indicators for on TradingView. For these, this is the long and the short entries are the QQE signals right here is a QQE mod. Okay, so you kind of want to line up the longs with these blue indicators down here. And then you also want to look at the MACD right here to see if they're also moving towards a positive divergence, that they're moving upwards, going through there. So this is bullish in my opinion, based on what I see. I think that it's turning up some. I would see this as a positive thing. It's 2 hour though, so it's going to take a while to go through. But we'll get into that in a second. I'll go over all this as we keep going, but this is what I want to get into. If the 200 is above, you cannot have a run. You cannot have a run without having the 200 at the bottom, okay? And that's what it comes down to, all right? 200, look, on the hourly of toner is above. We can't have a run yet until we come over that, okay? 2 hour as well. We can go up there and touch it, but just remember, it's going to come back, all right, until we get that 50 over there, okay? To make this happen, volume is your friend. You want the volume to be at the highest level possible, that it makes it do something stupid and peels it up and can really take hold of this chart right here, okay? So once this 200, look right here on the 4 hour, it's below, okay, swooping and looping, all right? This is what you want, okay? Green, blue, yellow, purple. That's how you keep it in there. And that's why it's important to look at the daily and the weekly to make sure that they're good to go. All right, next up is 4 hour. Look, 4 hours good, okay? And now we have to wait until the 3 hour to get a full confirmation in there. That's why toner's not going to blow up for, $1.50 or something like that, unless we had some stupid news, all right, that made us fly through here. Excuse me. So, if the 200 is above, all right, that's an easy sell indicator, all right, for taking a daily trade, in my opinion, okay? Because, especially with these hooks, you are going to need extreme volatility to take a 2-hour 200 MA and to peel this thing up, all right, and to go up and above. That's why you get a lot of resistance, because people see this and they go, all right, I'll buy here and I'll sell here and I'll get my profit. I don't care. And then you get a lot of sell pressure through there. All right, that's where that comes from. Yes. So, Mister, they need to have the correct pattern. So if I literally just take this back and scroll this back right here, all right, these are your moving averages, okay? Green is 8, blue is 21 days, yellow's 50, and purple is 200, okay? When it's in that order, it's bullish, and look what happens, okay? Look, they all go tight together because they're close enough to get over the 200, and then it flies up, okay? It's not so much, it gets slightly bearish when your short-term moving averages, your 8 and your 21, cross down, as you can see. All right, this is just one chart right here. This could have easily, okay, peeled up and went this way, okay, and bounced off of the 50, okay. The biggest thing is you don't want to see the 50 go below the 200. All right, that is called the death cross, and that's where you get a huge sell-off right before. And that's why you get this dip right here. But notice it's not a huge dip. It's going sideways, which is good. That's what you want. So as it comes through and it comes up, it can come back up and over because they're flat. Okay? So that's what you want. Look right here on the breakout. Okay, it's coming down. All right, you've got the 21 in the blue and the 8, and that's a bearish cross, hence why it's going down below, and it goes below a long-term moving indicator. Okay, it isn't until they get really close and the 21 gets flattened out and it comes up and over that we get a break, and we break above the 50 right here. Okay, we don't hold above here. Okay, and we go back below. All right, as we're coming through, because the 50 is flat. We need the 50 to go up. All right, that's why we bounce up and down, and look how the 50, it's flat the whole way through, and then it slightly goes down, and look what happens. SP stays below the 50, it's going to go down, okay, and then the 200 comes up above, bearish, okay, you don't want the 200 up above, all right, same thing, let's go to a stock, let's go to toner, let's go to the hourly, all right, so let's look from toner's first breakout to the second breakout until now, okay, so if we go back, you want everything super tight and close together because it's easier to break out. Look, they're all super tight together. Then it breaks out into that fan. Look how it runs, okay? It's bouncing up. It's going for a run here, okay? So we hit the top, okay? Notice this is a fib retracement, okay? And this should be a little higher right there, okay? I'm going to lock that, all right? And that's your fib from the beginning to the end of this, all right? And now here are your fib levels, okay? As you're going through them, those are retracements. That's when people know when to take profit, okay? So now we have our A, okay? So we come back down and we get our B, we get our C, we get our D, and then our E. So look, normal retracement, okay? These normal retracements follow Fibonacci lines, okay? So let me delete these, actually. I'm going to take that off. Okay. And I'm going to take this one off. All right. So, beautiful thing about TradingView is it has a Fibonacci retracement tool. All right. So, look, we had our first run, came up, it retraced some. So, what I would do is I take this Fibonacci tool, all right, put it there, go to the top of here. Okay. Trying to get to the spot. All right. So it went up. It retraced to the 382 level. It went up. Went to the top. Okay. So then, All right, we're going to come up to the top of here. All right, so that's high to low. All right, look, broke the 236, broke the 382 level, came down. Look what it bounced off of. Okay, bounced off a very common 618 retracement level right here. Okay, I mean, seriously, what most traders use to trade, I'm finding, is Fibonacci retracements. Okay, so it literally comes up, it does there, that gives you the top of your Fibonacci. You grab the lowest point of there before, and then you wait for it to hit this and show confirmation. It bounced off here multiple times and came up. All right, so look, after you get your retracement, which is normal, and if we take our measuring tool right there and we take it from there to the bottom, okay, we retraced 65.85%. Okay, then notice your moving averages. Look how we went below. All right, death cross right there. Okay, came through, came up. Look how this is coming back up. All right, we hit the top because we're obviously in a pennant. All right, people took their position. Now I'm going to take a Fibonacci retracement. I'm going to take it to the low. And take it to the high. Right there. Okay. Now let's look over here. Okay. Now we got another Fibonacci line. Look, bounced here, but it didn't hold. But then it came back up and through. Okay. So we're finding in this Fibonacci the 786 level, one level. All right. Now look, it's coming up and through. Okay. If it holds this Fibonacci level, very good. It should. Look, it's flattening out and coming through. So we have our A, B, C, D. Okay, actually D is technically down here. I told you all. D usually goes a little lower, and then it pops up for an E and pops up and out. Okay, so up and out of the pennant right there. Look at the moving averages. Remember, we're looking for green 8-day, blue 21, yellow 50, and 200 purple, all in this order. And look, when they're all in that order, and they're ascending. Okay, they're not sideways, they're not going downwards. Okay, they're all ascending, they're going upwards. Okay, that's how you get your movement. When they go and they're down, all right, the stock goes down. All right, the 200's flat. All right, the 50 is coming down. All right, coming up and through here. No, you're not going to have another run on the second pitch here because the 200 is flat. You need it to be going upwards, okay? So this is going down. Now look, the 200 is flattening out. So right through here, okay, we come through, we get it, we bring these up. This curls up with it, and then you start another run, okay? These are what we call higher lows, okay? And higher lows and higher highs help us build a chart. Remember, we're looking for charts that don't go straight up. They build character. They build steps. Okay, so if I took a line here, I don't want to go from the top to the bottom. All right, this would be a pump and dump. You go straight up, you go straight down. We don't want that. That's not what this is. Okay, this is building stairs. Look, we got to pull back. That's a stair. We go up, we got to pull back. We go up, we get another pullback. We go up, we get a bigger pullback. Up, a little more pullback, and up. A little more pullback and up. That's what you want. That's how you build one. All right, now imagine on a much larger scale, okay? You just went up, thousands of percent or high hundreds. You have to retrace back down. You come back up, trace back down. All right, you're still building those stairs and come through. And then what'll happen is eventually it'll come up, come back, come here, all right, and then boom, and then big retracement, then boom, and it kind of goes up from there, okay? That's what you want. That's how you build a stock. This right here, when you freak out, is normal. You just obviously don't want to buy it at this level or here, okay? You want to buy it at the low levels, the hardest levels to buy at, okay? So when you see all those bashers out there like, oh, pump it up, baby, yeah, this thing's going to trips, going through. You bring out your Fibonacci retracements here, and you tell them to suck it very nicely, and tell them to move on, all right? That's how it goes. By nicely, I say you can drown them. You can do whatever you want. They're annoying as all get out. All right? Not financial or any advice, by the way. So you're going through these are normals. So look, this was your low beforehand. Okay? Now you went up, you have a higher high. Now you have a higher low. Now you have a higher high. Higher low. Higher high. Okay? Higher low. Higher high, higher low. Okay, these are all used for support. Let's say you have a bad market day. You don't want the stock to just go. That's what would happen if it didn't create these. Okay, these things would just plummet and go down. All right, if you took the bottom of these stock charts right here and you look where they made them and you took a horizontal line out to them and you use them for support going out, okay, notice how they're not going totally below it, or at least it takes some time in there, or at least a consolidation period going through here. Let's see. All right. This one should be a little higher. Yeah, you got another one there. This one's a strong support right there. But look, it's consolidating in these support levels right here. They're holding this level very well. That's what you want to see. That makes you feel comfortable. 1, 2, 3. All right. You ever hear triple top or triple bottom? Well, you want to have that at the bottom so that it comes back up. You don't want to have the triple top because it comes back down. All right. And that's what happened here. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, and it's coming up because it got rejected 3 times. People are confident in buying that because they know it's most likely a very strong support system right there. Opposite happens at the top. You come up to a level right here. Let's say I take a thing. Say the stock comes up to here, okay, and hits there. It goes back down. No, got rejected. Say it goes back up. Oh, gets rejected, and then goes back, and it gets rejected again. Well, guess what's going to happen? People are going to say, "Well, it lost it 3 times, so it's going to go down." All right. So that's your triple bot. The opposite happens at the bottom. You hit the bottom, you're like, all right, showing very good support. Hit the bottom again. All right, holding it very well. Let's see if it goes one more time. Oh, good buy support. All right, now I'm buying. And look what happens. It goes upwards from there because of that. Because it's shown the support 3 times in a row on a very strong hourly chart. So people are buying that and moving up because they know this is a strong key level of support. So anything within this price range is a go for me because I don't see it breaking below the support line that we have drawn up here. Okay, that's what people are using. Let me get rid of that real fast. All right, so there's just a million things to look at when it comes to stocks. Literally millions of things to look at. That's why it's so hard and it's so confusing, and it's incredibly hard to do because you have to do it over and over and over again. So any amount of help that you get is very helpful. So as we're going through these things, these are why, these scripts could help out. By no means is this 100% accurate. And by no means should you ever just say, oh, it says long, I'm going to buy. Short, I'm going to sell kind of deal. No, you got to, you use all these things together with a bunch of other indicators to say, oh, all right, I'm unsure of this, but I look at my MACD, it's close, it's showing there. Okay, so I'm going to look at the QQD mod at the bottom over here. Oh, it's blue, it's showing up, and I'm getting a long signal. All right, and I've looked at the pattern here. It looks solid. You know what? I'll take an entry price right here, okay? So I'll take an entry one. Oh, it's going up from here and going through. All right, let's see if it retraces a little bit. If it retraces, I'll buy a little bit more and it goes up, okay? And that's kind of how you do it. It's not a, I'm just gonna wing it kind of thing. You gotta test it out. You gotta test your theories. But this is why you need to know a bunch of things. And then you have to go over to your larger time frames, and you can look at your candlesticks and be like, all right, well, I'm looking at my chart here, okay, and based on what I've learned, okay, this is holding a very good support. So let's take this REQ for example, okay? We get a big buy, we get a big sell, and it's finding resistance at 200, just like I said. All right, it's not going to go and hold above this until this 50 is up and above it. Okay, that said, this is the 30 and the hourly and above. Okay, so we know it's going to come back down. As it comes back down, all right, we're waiting for a buy signal. So as you're looking at, say, all right, from what I know from candles, I'm looking for some bullish candles. All right, this is a bullish inverted hammer. All right, I like this green. This could be good. Oh, gets shut down. Okay, so then if you see this big red candle, obviously it's not good. All right, now we get the bullish hammer again. All right, but we get a red candle. No bueno. Okay, but we're getting close because we went from this, we got a huge sell, we got this, we got a smaller red candle. Oh, we've got almost a doji green candle. Okay, good. And then we have almost a doji red candle. This in particular right here would be a huge sign for me because the indecision doji, which means is your opening and closing essentially right on, well, a doji is your opening and closing on the same number, but these are pretty close to dojis. All right, because they're opening and closing very similar to where they're opening and closing. So look at the gap right there. All right, we opened at 4582 and we closed at 45889. Okay, and vice versa. We opened at 5891 and we closed at 45891 and we closed at 45809. Okay, so not a huge discrepancy. All right, this is showing me that buyers and sellers are unsure. But based on this right here and here, all right, I'm thinking buyers are ready to come in because we bet on this downtrend. Okay, this is a downtrend. You're going down. So this would indicate to me this is a buy zone right here. And look what happens. Buyers recognize that. And so you get a large green candle, large green, consolidation, people taking profit, going up, going up. You need a retracement. And then a huge green candle. But look at the profitability after this. So if you bought this from the bottom over here, okay, let's say you bought right, you saw this candle and you bought right here, okay, and you tracked it all the way up. That's the high. The high would be a 13.87% or something. These are 30-minute candles, somewhere in there, 12%. Okay, so this is in a couple hours. But look at this. This is an uptrend all the way through. Okay, this right here gave you the indication that this would continue up, but because the 50 is not coming above the 200 here, all right, that this cannot last. All right, this cannot last. Look, one, didn't break it, pulled back down, held above it, sold right after it. Okay, all right. All right, so sold right into it. Okay, right here. Okay, look, hit it, no. Hit it, no. Hit it, rejected. Rejected. Okay, what makes you think that this candle is going to hold above here? It's been rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. It's held there 1, 2. Look what the sells have done since then. Okay, that's a rejection zone, and we know it's a rejection zone because the 50 is not above it. So what happens? Downturn, comes down. All right, comes through, comes in. But look what's about to happen here. Okay, 50 comes above it, it can hold the zone. All right, so there's a ton of things that go into factors here. All right, let's go over the crypto trading screener, and I'll show you why crypto has been essentially bearish since then. And then we're going to get into some OTC charts, and I'm going to show you a chart and possibly a couple others as well that could be big breakouts with volume. All right, so let me look at the chat real fast. I get to Jasmine in a second. Yep, I'll run pan. Can you recommend a coin to day trade? Want to test out the description? Yes. All right. So, Trent, check out this right here. Okay. So, bottom left over here. Okay, you have your screener. Okay, you can click that down arrow. You got stock, forex, and crypto. Okay, so mine's a crypto. So I pop it up here on my trading view. This is included on your platform here. Okay, so I've set mine up for on these three dots right here. Okay, and I've clicked exchange, what I used to trade with, Coinbase Pro. I looked in Binance today as well, but it didn't have the ones I really want for volatility. The last known price, the moving average rating, volatility, and the volume. Those are basically what I'm looking for. Okay, so if I go through here, obviously I want a strong buy. Duh. All right. Let's hit filters. I'm gonna go to exchange. Coinbase. Ooh. All right, so I get Coinbase here. Scroll back down. All right, and what I was doing was, I told you all, I'm looking for the 200 to be below everything. So what below the 50. Remember, because if 200 is above the 50, the SP can't hold it. So what's the point? I mean, it'd be a simple day trade. So let's do the exponential moving average. All right, so this is a little bit more weighted in time. So below, okay, and then I'll click here and I'll go down and I'll find the 50. All right, so I want this below the exponential 50. Okay, so the simple moving, which I typically use, and the exponential. So I might be moving to the exponential. I'll let you know if I do or not. It's a little bit more weighted towards recent volume and recent events. Okay, so that's the difference with the exponential, whereas simple is just there's no cut and dry. It's just basic from where it started. So these are all the stocks or cryptos that have the 200 below the 50 based on this minute. So I've got the 30-minute interval. I like to do hourly. It's a little stronger. And look, there's barely anything here. All right. And this is what I'm talking about. I had one freaking ticker on here. So let's click on this thing and see what it gets us. So let's go to USD is the only thing that I go with. So QNTUSD. Ooh, excuse me. Had a genius thing. Brewery was doing Santa pictures at a brewery with beer tickets. Man, was that genius. Okay, Coinbase. All right, so look at what we got here. Okay, this is bullish. This is what we want. Beautiful. Awesome. MACD starting to turn up. Typically, what I see from here is the swoop and loop on the 21. It's going to take a little more. It's got to come down a little bit more for it to go. All right, that's what I want to see. Let's check out the 2 hour. I bet you it's, yep, it is bearish. So this will come down more until this comes up and over because remember, we cannot hold this above here without this. Okay. So, and keep in mind, each one of these candles is 2 hours. So this is going to take, a half a day to happen because of the 2 hour candle time frame, maybe even a full day. All right, and you go to 3 hours, look at the separation in here. So this has to come back down. Hence why they have short right here. Okay, let's go to 4 hour. Look at the separation right here. Okay, this is why this is neutral on theirs because it's not a bad one. It's just you got a hole. All right, but look what we're getting on the daily. We're getting a swoop and loop, baby. So look, this is coming down. We're going to swoop and loop and come up. So long-term wise, beautiful. Okay, get a little bit of a bearish cross, but there's not enough data here to really care about that. All right, so we were at hourly. Let's look at the 30-minute. Okay, so if I come up the 30-minute, all right, if I looked at this without looking at anything else, okay, this is what I'm looking for. All right. I'm looking for any moving average indicators that I've seen, any resistances on a higher time frame, because I know if this is up here, the lower ones are already taken care of. All right, so I'm looking at any resistance like 250 above this SB. I'm also looking at the MACD right here. Okay, MACD, look, it's getting ready to turn over. It's not confirmed yet. Okay, I'm also looking at the volume. Volume's very low. I see a lot more sells than buys based on the red candles right here. Okay, keeping an eye on this for any spikes because you're getting a little buy zone right here. Look what happens when this is the blue zone. Okay, so we're getting in the beginning of the blue zone right here. Look at the crossover. Look how it goes up. It doesn't go red at all. It continues to go to blue. All right. You get a huge sell, but it's still blue. You hold through it, hold through it, hold through, still up. All right. And then it kind of goes down and falls flat to red. Okay. So this was a buy zone right here based on that. Okay. It's essentially a MACD. I mean, look at it. Look at the indicators here. It's very similar to a MACD. Okay. Color coordinated. Okay. Going through. So, I like I said, I've been doing this for like a day or two, so I don't know too much about it to get into it, but it's pretty interesting. So what I've been doing is, all right, knowing where my resistance points are for the last day. Okay, so I'll look at my resistance points. I'll look at the 1 minute chart. When I look at the 1 minute chart, I'll look for the pattern that I've been talking about over and over again. All right, and I'll say, all right, this is giving me a buy signal. I'll buy. I'll sell when it says this sell or something I indicate. I'll come back down and I'll wait for another buy signal. Typically, you won't get a buy signal until right before these two are about to cross. Okay, so right now I just wait this out, even though this looks very bullish as it should, going through there. But I'm going to continue to wait. So we're going through here and going on. Okay, I have not tested this out really on anything higher than the 1 minute as of yet. So 3 minute, 5 minute, anything above that, I have not really tested about. This has been more of a day trading kind of in and out kind of thing, just trying to see how it works. I will test it out eventually, okay, on those. I also want to show you something on here with Gala. So Gala was the one of the first stocks. Let me rephrase that. Gala was one of the first cryptos this week to finally have just a 1 hour bullish crossover. Okay, look. All right, green, blue, yellow, purple, bullish. Okay, that's what we want going through here. What we're waiting for is the 2 hour and so on to go through. I believe the 4 hour was good. So Gala should have a breakout once all these I hate when it does that. If you're doing Fibonacci's on here, make sure you lock them because the easiest pull away will pull your Fibonacci chart away. So all you have to do is hit this lock button right there. So it doesn't do it while you're moving your chart. All right. So, but look, all right, curling up here, really coming up hard, looking good on the daily. All right, look, 4 hour bullish. Okay, nice retracement, sitting on the 8 beautifully. Okay, same here. Look, we got the 200 right through the bottom here on the 3 hour. So Gala is getting super duper close. All right, there's your 200 right there. All right, it's got to get up and over here, which is not too long away. So Gala could have a very beautiful breakout in the near term because of how far along their chart is. Literally every crypto has a 200 above them on any of the hourly charts right now, and hence why you are not seeing breakouts on crypto. All right, they can't hold above there. Okay, so that's why you get these shorts a lot more. Okay, especially when the 200 comes over here, you're getting ins and outs. It's only these day trading things. That's essentially like the OTC, okay? You're not going to get anything to hold until the 50 comes over top of the 200. All right, but Gala should see a nice break here soon. All right, we're getting a nice squeeze right now on rec. Going through. All right, so here's your fan. This will lead to our swoop and loop. All right, obviously not ready. It's a short. Let's look why it's a short. Okay, so we're going to go over to 3 minute. Okay, this needs more separation. All right, this comes below, swoops up, brings it up and above. Okay, let's look at the 5. Okay, same here. Look, needs more separation. Dips down and then curls up. All right, that's why you're getting your short. So, all right, needs more separation on the 15. So these are all going to take times. Day trading crypto is not like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna pop in for a second, make $1,000 and move on. I mean, sure, you could do that in a bull market. You know, it's a lot easier. When the market's hot, people are throwing money around. When the market's cold, okay, you got to find the money. You got to pull out your pick. You got to get out the metal detector. You got to get out, you know, anything and everything to have it going, because people are getting very strategy. Fibonacci is really easy, mister. All you have to do is just click this button right here is your Fibonacci. You can actually hit this as well. Okay, it's all on here. All right, and you just hit that. You click the lowest point to the highest point up here. Whew, lagging like crazy on my computer right now. All right, see here, that's your Fibonacci levels right there. Okay, so your low, that's right here, and high. Okay, just trying to see where it's holding and bouncing off. Common levels are 382, 50, 618, and 786. And they're all right here on the side for you. You want to wait, make sure that they hold, and then show an uptrend from there before you make entry, in my opinion. Woo! Man, excuse me. All right, going through. All right, use your moving indicators. Notice those 200s and where they're at and where the 50s are. Follow along on my YouTube video. Going through. Shocking. Computer's acting up today. I got YouTube videos. My intro video shows you how to set up your trading view and everything as well. Going through there. All right, so let's move on a little bit. Look over here. See, look, here's your buy signal, obviously, with a huge green candle. We got our swoop and loop in here. This is that's the daily. All right, obviously. So it's saying buy on the daily. All right, let's take a peek at this before we get into our OTC runabout. All right, so it had us buy here, this candle right here. Obviously, not a great entry point. That's why I'm saying it's never 100%. Look, go long, go short. Okay, so never 100%. This is why you have to use all your indicators and your knowledge that you've gone through as well. Okay, look here. I mean, we've got red, so this is not blue. Okay, so buy signal. Okay, right here, blue. Okay, I'll take that. So got in at 102, got out at 107. You know, you got enough money trading, you can make that profitable. Going through, if not, I mean, it's not worth it. Like I said, in a bear market, you're gonna need, you know, the metal detector, the axe pick, everything to find something going through. Right now, crypto is on Bitcoin's retracing normally, as it should be, before it breaks, and then going through there. On a bull market, it's just basically here's $5, I'll take 100. Okay, that's the difference in markets. It's crazy. So let's see here. All right, so it has us at a buy here. I would not buy here because this is red and gray. There's no blue. But divergence. All right, this is going down. SP in the moving averages. But look here at the MACD. the MACD is actually going upwards. So if I took a trend line, okay, from the signal line up, okay, notice the direction, okay, that's called divergence. If I took a trend line here, okay, all right, it's going down. All right, so that is the difference right now. But notice this is consolidating, which means it's going sideways. It is holding this level extremely well. And if you know what I said earlier at the beginning of this show is, if you see that 9698 level, that's usually a strong support level because of the consolidation zone. I'm trying to remember what what hour that was on. I think it was like 1 hour. All right. Yeah, right here. Okay, so if I took, okay, if I took a horizontal trend line here, okay, and I put it at the bottom of all these, look how it has held this level very well, okay? So the first time we came up, we broke it, we came below it, and since then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours we have not broke below this 9-8 level, okay? 12 hours have not broke below it, and look what's coming in. We have a golden cross. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy right here at 98. I bet you they have a huge buy right there. Let's see if I can get a little lucky. Oh, there's your 99. All right, so let's see here. Gonna load up. All right, what are we at? CLV. I'm gonna look at the depth books here. So right now I'm looking at 107,000 order on 98 cents and 114 at 97 cents. And then we have 33,000 on 99 cents. Okay, so let's see. Obviously, I'm not going to get picky here. I'm going to sit it at this 98 cents right here. And if I get lucky, I get lucky. If not, I'll slap it. But look how it's holding this level for the last, what is 1 minute? Holding this to there. It's held it for 12 hours. Okay? Pretty confident level bouncing off there, all right? I think it like the low is like a 9.6 going through. Because remember, the wick can go below, but the body closes above it kind of deal. So, I mean, 9.8 is a steal right here. So I'm gonna try. Oh, yeah. So that 33 just went to. People are buying into it. It went down to like 7,000. Now it's back up to like 22,000. There's very little resistance here on the 9 level. 13,000 now. So let's look through this real fast. So. All right, bearish crosshair, temporary. It's 1 minute, can be easily fixed. It's holding this level really well, which means this will flatten out and make it better. Let's go here, 3 minute. Okay, so we go to 3 minute. Okay, swoop and loop. Both are coming down and below. Comes up, swoops, grabs it, and goes. All right, this holds up. Waiting for this to come down. Swoop and loop, bring it up on the 5 minute. Okay, 200 is below, way below. That's good. On the 15, okay, look how it's holding this level. Holds here, breaks up. 30 minute. Come on, give me some shares. Holding this level nice and tight. Look at the consolidation in there. It's broke below it twice, but look what it's held. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, possibly 12 30-minute candles, and only 2 below it. Barely below it by 1 cent. Okay? Hourly candles, we know 12 hours it's held above that level. Look, the wicks can go below it, but the bodies stay above it. Okay? It's a very, very tight zone. look at this. 1, 2, 3, and then the bottom was held there. So this could also be a key level at 1 cent. Okay, and we go to 2. All right. So 2, we know our 200's there. But look, as soon as it's broke, and I said this earlier, as soon as it broke above it, it's been using it as support. Okay, so once you're above an MA like this, it can be used as support. It cannot stay up there forever though, so we need that 50 to hurry up and get up there to help it out. And the way to do that is volume to essentially just pull it up and through. Okay, so look at the rejection level on the 3-hour here. Okay, rejected, 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 rejected. Okay, so you're not going to hold above this 102 level. So anything above, 102 or above, that's an automatic sell until this comes up and it shows that it can hold above it. All right, bar tech. And I mean, look at the tips here. Okay, 107. So you're really not going to, you see 107, that's a clear indication to sell because it's not going to go above that. All right, everybody, you've been holding on very well. Let me check one thing. So I've changed this. It'll give me some more indicators up here. So like Clever will go through here. Volatility is something you really want. Mixed with volume is beautiful. OXT. So you'd go to one of these charts over here. You type in OXT, USD, Coinbase. All right. And look, this thing is running like crazy. Too late, in my opinion, on here. Hence the short. All right. It's ran up there. So you got to catch these things beforehand. And you kind of just go with strong buy, volatility. All right. But the volume's been really low lately. SHIB's doing a lot right now. SHIB was at, oh wow, SHIB's up a lot then, because I thought SHIB was at 34, 30, 34.20. Let me look that up. All right, SHIB. All right, so SHIB. Yeah, so look at SHIB increasing here. So I saw SHIB, oh, it's 36, that's what it was. So SHIB has been going up. And you can see how it's essentially barcoding. Well, I mean, look at these things. Just staying in the channel, barcoding, sideways going through. I mean, SHIB is so annoying to watch. But it's just barcoding and going up through here. So, I should have bought over here when I saw it at 362 going through. But look as you go, okay? 3-minute chart. Long here, all right, 361, 362, all right, short here, 369, okay, back in at 365, or technically you wouldn't be until 366, all right, and round it back up and you're going right here at 3730, okay, so, these indicators do help, in my opinion, figure out some of these things that you're guessing about. All right, and this is A, B, C, D, E, F, maybe. Look at the 200 here, right? 200's bullish. I know they've got a 200 way above on the hourly somewhere. All right, so SHIB is getting close. All right, here you go. That's why it's really pumping up. All right, so you're getting a bullish cross here. All right. That's a golden cross, so that means it can hold above there. And you'll have another one coming in on the hourly, either Monday or Tuesday. Then you got one on the 2-hour. All right. And up here as well. And then if we really zoom out, we can see, oh, wait. I'm going to go to the daily for this one because I'm pretty sure that's what I drew the pennant on. Okay, so look, we have a pennant coming in. All right. Excuse me, this is technically called a falling wedge. It's a great swing trade play. Basically what it is the retracement from the high of here and retraces all the way down until it breaks out of this pennant and it spikes up. Okay. That was one of the plays for the for our EQ that we did. All right, so what will happen is spike up. It'll hit one of these Fibonacci numbers up here, and so we have A, B, soon to be C, somewhere in here, and then it will come back down to D. Okay, and then it'll go up. All right, so lots of different things in here. So SHIB could potentially see a falling wedge breakout soon. You know, tomorrow, maybe. I mean, look at this, beautiful. Okay, getting super close. Look, bullish cross coming up and over. All it needs is volume. Volume will supersede price. As long as a lot of people are buying and they don't care about these indicators, it'll just fly up and through. And that's why volume always precedes price. Okay, look how this is already coming in. So we should see a nice breakout in SHIB sometime in the next day to 3 days. Okay, I would even say tomorrow, just because as soon as it breaks out of here, it could get rejected right here and come down some more and then go. That would push it back a day or so. That's why I did the 1 to 3 days. But you know, this is such a meme stock or chart that people, as soon as they see it take off like that, it's usually a buy kind of thing. Going through. All right, so A, B, C, D, boom. All right, so let's go to the stock I believe that has a very good chance of a breakout this week in the OTC. Okay, so, and I'll go over obviously why. Let me switch these up to there. Okay. Obviously, some very unfortunate news with PUGE this week. This is why it's unpredictable. You never know when things that nature are going to happen. I haven't read the letter from the CEO either yet, but that was very unfortunate. Oh, look it through. Okay, if you're seeing stocks go up, 30, 40%, expect a retrace, obviously. All right, so first stock up here is EXMT. Now, the reason I'm saying EXMT here is, and you'll see, is an obvious reason, all right, based on a lot of things that we've gone over, okay? So, EXMT, whoa, well, because I was obviously on the other thing. All right, so EXMT has been in a downtrend since its highs right here, just bouncing in and kind of going down. All right, but what's happening in here, okay, if we can look at the hourly chart, is it's falling out of the wedge like I was just talking about, busting out, and soon to do it on Monday. And it looks like it was just starting to do that as well. If we go through each of these things right here, all right, look at this, okay? This hasn't even crossed yet. So you're talking about a falling wedge breakout on Monday, where this, with the right amount of volume up in here, this could potentially, notice how it says long, push up and through here and get a breakout. Okay, this isn't a hold in my opinion or anything of that nature. It's definitely a swing based on this, but it needs volume. If it gets the volume it needs, okay, then it's going to have a nice swing opportunity here. I don't know the logistics. I know I did invest into EXMT like, oh gosh, 5 or 6 months ago, and they actually have like a good business plan in my opinion. Like, it's a what is it? Marijuana company out in, I think, Arizona. They actually, and then they bought a facility out in Nashville, grow facility. They won a lotto permit, one of 13, I believe, in the state of Arizona. Literally a lottery to get it, and it's I want to say it was valued at over $5 million, somewhere around there. Don't quote me on that. But if you go through, and they've got all this stuff, and they're coming through, and if I remember correctly, the grow house in Nashville. I'm pretty sure it's Nashville because that's where the CEO moved to, Rick Wilson. I th- I think it's there. It was paid for in cash. It's outright, so that they own it through here. So this could potentially be there. So this has seen highs of up to, oh, what did we hit highs here to of a penny, okay, and then it's retraced and now we're down at a quarter. I mean, look, we've all looked at the retracements beforehand, and we know that we're looking at about a 60% retrace on a lot of these stocks. All right, this one has done a 88% retracement. All right, duh. I mean, come on. we're talking about 90% retracement through here. Okay, it's got to reverse at one point. At one point, people got to go, what? All right, and that's when this falling wedge happens out here. So I think this is an easy breakout up here. It hasn't seen these lows since all the way back in December of last year. All right, I mean, look at that. To me, in my opinion, that's a freaking easy buy. Based on that, I mean, the higher lows right over here was 21 right here. So this broke out at, man, this thing fell all the way to 12. Oh, I would have snagged that if I saw that earlier. Yeah, so I mean, I really think that this has a potential for a nice falling wedge breakout play right here. And where it goes from there, I have no idea. But that's always nice because look, how we get to the code green, blue, yellow, purple is reverse order. Okay, you go from the shittiest order to the best order. All right, purple, um, yellow, blue, green, and then you come up through here, and then it goes green, blue, yellow, purple, and then you get this. Okay, that's what we're looking for. All right, and now all these are flat and coming through, and you got a falling wedge popping up. That just seems like a no-brainer, in my opinion, based on that. All right, VNTH had a nice recovery coming through here as well. All right, you're going to see this pattern a lot in OTC charts. A lot. Okay. You're talking about short term indicators going below a long term indicator, hence this. Okay. But then you're going to see the swoop and loop and come up and above. And this is where you get, here's our low. Okay. High, low, high, higher, low. Okay. It's coming through. Now we're looking for our next higher high as we're going through here as well. So VNTH looks like a solid hold, in my opinion. This is a daily as we go through here. Okay, we're talking about a huge retracement back in here. Trying to get back to the hourly here, or the minute. I don't like to go minutes on here. I'm just curious because you only get sparse volume. All right, swoop and loop up there. All these OTCs are so undervalued right now because look, the 200's on top. Look, can't stay above, so that's why it comes back down and in. It hit the 50 and came back down in. I mean, take it. I'm gonna take advantage of these things while the 200's above here. All right, we know that's not gonna hold above there. Take a couple swings at them. All right, hold a good percentage and just keep swinging in and out. Seems like a pretty good strategy until the charts lined up, right? Because we know that the market makers, they make the stocks. They make the charts. They've got a ton of shares. All right. What we do with our little shares, it don't matter. Unless you've got like 20 million shares, all right, it doesn't matter. We're talking about stocks that are doing, with 4 or 5 billion shares. your 1 million shares to the 5 billion OS is jack s to anything here. So, yeah, I don't care what people say on Twitter, like, oh, stop selling into the bid. Well, yeah, don't sell into bid. Put it on the freaking buy side. That makes sense. I understand that. But when people say, oh, why aren't you holding? Well, there's a 200 right here, and we know it can't hold above it. So I got here at 26, and it went to 50. I just doubled my money, and it's not going to hold. Why am I not holding? Really? Really, do we need to have this conversation right now because you don't know how to read? All right. You know what I'm getting at here? I mean, seriously. So, we know that this cannot hold on. Look, it bounces right off of there. It's an easy sell. All right. We're not here for the company. Nobody gives a rat's ass about, you know, VNTH company. I don't care if you say you do or not. There ain't no chance. Okay. What you care about is the green things that are coming through into your account. All right. That's what we're here for. That's why we donate. Donate. This is why we invest our money. All right. To hopefully get a larger return on investment. All right, we give you our hard-earned money so you can basically use that to grow your company that you care about while you grow what we care about so that we can make our family and everything live a better life. That's what it's about here. So yeah, I mean that's a no-brainer. If you're getting in right here, 26, 30, and it's going to 50 and you know it's not going to hold there, why the hell would you not sell it there? It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. All right, PUGE. Going through here, okay? So we're going through, and look, we got a death cross coming right through here, okay? Coming through, and we're coming down, all right? I mean, that's not good. We don't want that, all right? Obviously, that's why short's coming through here. Coming through, so we dip and rip, all right? We want to dip and rip coming through here. It really needs to hold this 200 on the daily right here. If it doesn't hold that, which it's shown that it has 2 days, all right, it's got to hold that for a swoop and loop. They need some positive news for this thing to swing about. Okay, CYBL. All right, CYBL had a nice jump, but if you were listening to me the day before, okay, I said this happened right here. I was like, oh, this is beautiful, but it's not an entry point. Okay, not an entry point. If you see a green spike, it's always going to come back. So you don't want to do a dumb thing and buy into the hype. Those FOMO plays. Look what's it above. Okay, that's a 3 hour. Okay, look what's coming down below. So this is now above. All right, you gotta wait it out. Look above. Okay, until this holds above here, it's not going to do things. So where were we at here? All right, so we hit 194. Look, all right, is basically, see how this was going down? This spike right here blunted, punched this 50 right here to flatten it out. That was the purpose of that spike, to stop this 50 from falling down anymore. The 200's already flattening out. This created this, which means next time it has a chance to go up and above it. All right. It also hit this. It might have to hit it again to flatten this out more because the 3 hour is obviously stronger. Okay. And then you've got this as well. So probably looking at some time before CYBL truly breaks out, just because you have all of these MAs that they've got to knock out here. Positive factor, all right, 2 hour, okay, flat now, 1 hour, okay. Look how these are getting closer together and they're flat. This is what you want, folks. So what will happen is 1, 3, 5, 15, 30 minutes, they'll do these bullish crosses and they'll get these turnovers, okay? And you'll get these spikes. And what these spikes do is they knock into these moving averages and then they come back down. You know they're not holding. So people, what they'll do is they'll buy here, all right? They hit here and then obviously there's a sell indicator. They sell and they wait for it to do again, all right? Because look, we still have to do it here. We still have to do it here. All right, we got to hit these moving averages before they go. CYBL is not going on a run until it goes up and over it. Okay, so super important that you understand that. Okay, we're talking about, look, We had a huge green candle. Now we had 3 days and we retraced 50%. So if you bought there, you're down. Well, let's see. I want to get pretty accurate numbers here. So let's say you bought at the top here. Let's say you bought at the top here. Okay. You're down 32%. Okay. Nobody wants that. All right. Gala's right here, 59. Oh, look. Ooh, it's a peeky peeky. Oh, man. All right. So look, it had us long down here, by the way. Short. That looks pretty sexy. Let me just tweet it. Check out Gala. Uh-oh. Look at the codes coming in. All right. I like that. That's sexy. Oh, yeah. I'm buying. Let's see if my order got filled, by the way. I haven't even looked at it since. Nope. Still haven't gotten filled yet. Maybe it did. No, it did get filled at 98. All right, so yeah, Gala looks like it's about to roll. And this is what I was saying. Gala's chart is primed. But let's go. Let's look at the... All right, so I want to just look at the resistance points. This isn't a... Oh, that's right. This one's pretty free. It only had one resistance, I thought. All right, so this could be a nice run for Gala. There's no resistance in the way. Above here, I think there's... Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. All right. Gala gonna run. All right, so you notice there's no resistance above Gala here. So now we'll look back to old support levels. We'll look at Fibonacci levels. Look what the Fibonacci it's sticking on right now, the 382 level. All right, so we want it to hold above this 382. It's getting stuck there right now. We want it to go above and beyond. Then you also get this level right here, okay? Because obviously it didn't break the 67.2 level, all right, going through. All right, so that's what we're looking for. That's a beauty chart right there, too. Look at that 4 hour. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right, coming in tight right here. Want some separation. Very beautiful. All right, look at the retracement. Hit the 786 level right here on the 3 hour. Look where it went up from there. Okay, these fibs, I'm telling you, learn your Fibonacci's. Okay, this is what we're looking for right here, folks. All right, so 2 hour, we're looking right here. We need this cross as well. 60. That's nice, folks. That's nice. Okay, looking for separation on the 3 hour. And I don't have one on here. I assume there's a 200 up here. It's because Coinbase hasn't had it on too long. So we're up and above here. So as you know, we cannot hold this level until this is up and above. So I bet you it's going to hit some resistance up here and then come back down. All right, let's see. Need this to cross over as well. Need these to cross over as well. I see lots of resistance here, in my opinion. And you're going to get a couple cents out of this, in my opinion. 5.7 and a half, and we're at, yeah, you're already at 6. It hit 60, okay? So 2.5 cents, and it should go up more as soon as we get separation on a lot of these indicators. All right, you get a bullish cross there. That's why you're coming through. All right, so you get retracement before these cross, and then a pull again. Okay, very nice. But notice, you see that? All right, so you can see here on the 1 minute, okay, right at the fib line, but look at the 3 minute. See, it's rejected. 1, 2, and it's on its third. And that's why 1 minute says sell now. See, it says short, okay? And that's why. because it keeps getting rejected at this level right here. All right, so that's why it's saying to go short on it, because look, for 6 minutes plus whatever this is, it's going, and look, now it's getting rejected. Okay, so we gotta wait for that to go down, and so that'll go from there. But that's what you got to look at, and there's so many different things to look at, and it's incredibly difficult. I am never going to say that this is easy. This is why I say I will never be 100% correct. It is absolutely crazy difficult. All right, so make sure to keep always studying, everybody. I mean, it never gets easier. I will say that you think you got it, and then boom, it hits you, and you're like, son of a biscuit. All right, this is what I like right here, because you can see this and be like, oh, buyer's coming back in, but then watch this will continue to go down. If you know your trends, it will too. Um, and then things like this, like you get a long candle, and then that's hourly though. That's why I like the 1 minute. So right here on Koval, okay, go long here, okay, 14.79, and then coming up. And I like this because this pulls up, this pulls the 50 up and starts the fan, spreads out the bullish everything, so that's good. All right, this comes up and above, that would be good. All right, and you get resistance up here at 15.66. So you're looking right now, seriously, crypto are like these small trades right now because there's just so much resistance on the MAs above right now. I mean, all these indicators are falling back down to earth because of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's now doing its thing right here. It's going to go here, and then it's going to go up. But soon as all those moving averages get sorted out, it's good to go. And we're going through. So, yep, there you go. Rex now short on that one. Do a squeeze in there. So what typically happens is this green 8 comes down, the 21 comes down right here, swoop and loop, comes down, and then it comes up to pull up the 50. But they need to be flat unless it has a lot of volatility. Okay, so look how it's holding that level at the 9.8 level. Now it's at 9.9. All right, so that's good. We want that to come up and over on the 3 hour. All right, holding that level right there. Let's see CLV's book looking like. All right. 98 is pretty thin, but that's why you don't slap. But if it holds that level really well, then that's solid. And we're going through. Oh, I don't know if y'all saw that. You got a golden cross coming in right here on the 1 hour. All right. Pull this up. See, it says short from here, but look what you would have missed out on. Okay, that's why it's never 100% accurate. Okay. All right. It has short here now on the 15 going down because of this. All right, coming through, short through here, holding that level. All right, so typically they're waiting for the 21 to go below the 50 to pull it up. That's the 5 minute, and then it's just too flat. It's just going to come through. Look at this level. All right, just holding that level beautifully, going through there. And then we're going to come over. I mean, look at this. This is a minute. Look how it's held this 9.8 level right here. Short, long, short. So this is when you come to crypto and you're just like, oh yeah, now I know what you mean. I'm manipulating. I mean, somebody's just holding this level for dear life right here. Look at this. I've never seen this before. Going up, now it's just sideways. Oh, both of them. 3 minute. Okay, same thing. Look, it's barcoding. All right, it's barcodes. Hopefully we just get it up, 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 up. So you'll need this to come through, spike up, and then push these up and over, and that will be bullish. This is red, so that's not good, but it is getting smaller, which could mean that it's going to blue. There's your. All right, so if we get a spike up to 99, give me one more spike so you can see here the MACD will turn green if it holds it at 99. We're coming into a 15, 5, 3 minute, and 1 minute candle because it's hitting a 15 minute